Well, a very good evening to you. Welcome to Newsfirst Prime Time Bulletin here on TV1. We are coming to you live from Echelon Square in Colombo, where the Christmas festivities are in full swing. If you look behind us, we have a massive Christmas tree on display. We have a Santa Claus roaming around the area. Well, I'm Shaheen Durampati.
And I'm Mahina Bomza, and amidst all these festivities, we're here to bring you primetime news live on Newsfirst. We start off with a look at your headlines.
Parliament passes motion of confidence in support of Ranil Wickremesinghe. TNA support Wickremesinghe. Dallas Allaha Peruma says TNA can no longer hold the position of opposition leader. Petition against Mahinda Rajapaksa and his cabinet postponed to the 16th. Appeal against the interim injunction to be taken up this Friday. Theresa May to face vote of no confidence from Tory MPs. India's Modi suffers bigger state election loss, boosting opposition.
Take a look at the stories in detail now. Speaker Karo Jayasuriya announced that a motion was passed today claiming Ranil Wickremesinghe commands the majority in Parliament. The Speaker's media division said he had informed the President in writing that the motion was passed in Parliament with a majority of 117 votes.
Parliament convened at 1 this afternoon under the auspices of Speaker Karo Jayasuriya. Members of Parliament of the United People's Freedom Alliance boycotted sittings today as well. The motion claiming Ranil Wickremesinghe commands the majority in Parliament was tabled by the Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajith Premadasa. Development in the country has come to a standstill today due to the absence of a legal government. We have been completely denied of much needed foreign aid. Land is not being distributed to the general public. Homes are not being built. Programs like Gammudava, Gamperaliya and Enterprise Sri Lanka have all come to a complete standstill. This government has fallen short of providing the school uniforms for the next term. I make a humble request at this point of time from His Excellency the President. Do not wait any longer. At least now, for the sake of protecting our motherland, pull it out of this pit it was thrown into through the actions on the 26th of October and appoint Ranil Wickremesinghe, who commands the majority in these chambers, as the Prime Minister of this country. The motion was seconded by MP Mangala Samravira. There is a serious crisis at hand now. Due to the absence of a legal government, there is no way to pay the wages, pensions and samurdhi of this country after the 31st of December. A Prime Minister accepted by this Parliament should be appointed. We have shown the world who this Prime Minister clearly is. Therefore, immediately appoint a new cabinet of ministers and through that draft a vote of account budget at least for the first 2 months of next year. After that, the 2019 budget can be brought in during the first half of next year. What we can say about the motion of confidence is that the facts we presented during the motion of no confidence on the 4th of April are still valid. Regardless of the confidence that has been won through a head count in Parliament, we should clearly understand that the people of this country have lost their confidence. A mindset where even a coup will be accepted is being created to a certain extent among the people. And we must understand that the primary reason for the mindset to be created is Ranil Wickremesinghe, who served as Prime Minister. The JVP is in no way ready to come to a conclusion that it is he who should be placed on the chair once again. That must be made clear to this House. We definitely accept what the JVP says, but the right thing can be done even today. They said this cannot be done. We will definitely establish a government. We are ready to work towards this, where no mistakes will be made, and we are ready to accept that challenge as well. 117 members of Parliament, including the 15 MPs of the Tamil National Alliance, voted in favour of the motion. Members of Parliament of the JVP abstained from voting for the motion. I see this motion as an important measure to defeat the unconstitutional move which took place on the 26th of October. In the words of my friend Anru Kumar Desai, we must accept that the people of this country suffered from the coup on the 26th of December. We were able to allocate additional funds for education, health and housing. We hope to face the economic harm and take it towards a major development program. We understand the grievances of the people in the north. There is one thing I would like to say. In our efforts to draft a constitution, we are committed to a political solution accepted by the Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim community of this country, which will be undivided and cannot be divided under a unitary state. We are also committed to abolish this executive presidency. Parliament was adjourned until the 18th of December.
Now, the United People's Freedom Alliance expressed the following views regarding the motion that was passed in Parliament today.
A vote on the motion to show that Ranil Wickremesinghe commands confidence in Parliament to function as the Prime Minister took place during today's parliamentary sittings, which was conducted unconstitutionally and against standing orders by the Speaker. Accordingly, only 103 MPs have voted in favour of Wickremesinghe. Leader of the TNA, Sambandhan, has pledged his support, however stated that he will not join any government. It is clear that Ranil Wickremesinghe has failed to claim the confidence of a majority to establish a government. Today's vote clearly shows that Ranil Wickremesinghe is only capable of establishing a government with 103 MPs.
Leader of the Tamil National Alliance, R. Sambandhan, said that the TNA will support the appointment of a member of the United National Front to the post of Prime Minister.
Parliament has passed a resolution stating that they have confidence in Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe and asking that he be appointed as Prime Minister.
We agreed on 2 or 3 key points with the TNA. One is that we agreed that Sri Lanka will continue to function as a unitary state. We also agreed that the position of Buddhism will be preserved. We also agreed on the development of the North and the East. We met Ranil Wickremesinghe and spoke to him. We have held discussions before as well. We have asked for a written pledge, and I think that has been handed over to Sambandhan. The amendment of the constitution, the release of political prisoners and the release of lands are important matters. We made the request that the lands that have been held under the Wildlife and Archaeology Act be returned. We have also mentioned about international judges as per Article 30/1 of the UNHRC. This is something that the government has accepted. We requested that it be enacted. We made a number of requests. I think the letter has been handed over.
Is the Tamil National Alliance a part of the government or is it against it? Here is what the leader of ITAC, Mavesinaji Raja, said.
I tabled the letter dated 29th November 2018, signed and sent by 14 members of Parliament of the Ilangai Tamilarase Kachi to His Excellency Maithripala Sirisena, the President of the Democratic Social Republic of Sri Lanka. We wish to very clearly state that we will not function as part of the government and that we will continue to sit and function in the opposition.
With the fact that the TNA MPs will support the Prime Minister and will vote in the Parliament or put forward an affidavit, they will lose the right they have as the opposition. Because it cannot be accepted when one group of UPFM members will represent the government and another group will represent the opposition. Therefore, your request to be the leader of the opposition has to be honestly rejected. That is the answer we received. When you look at the magnitude of this problem, it is not in a state to be solved by the executive presidency, the constitution or the court. Only the people hold the higher ground above all these factors to resolve this issue.
The Yuthukama organization convened a media briefing today.
සුමන්දරම් ජනාධිපති නීතිඥතුමා ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨාධිකරණයේ කරුණු දක්වමින් කිව්වා 19වෙනි සංශෝධනයේ සිංහල
President's Counsel Sumanthiran, presenting facts at the Supreme Court, asked for all the Sinhala, English and Tamil copies of the 19th Amendment to be considered when delivering the verdict. This is the Hansard of the committee stage on the 28th of April 2015. At the start itself, there is an issue. The Tamil translations of the amendments were not presented to the House. Who brings up this issue? Tamil National MPs, including Douglas Devananda, Prabha Ganeshan and Jeshri Ranga, stand up and say that they cannot understand this and request for the Tamil translation of the copy. I am reading the 890th page of the Hansard of that day. What does our Prime Minister say?
Honour member, you came on UMP vote. Shut up and sit down.
This is how the Tamil language issue was addressed. You came on UNP votes, shut up and sit down. That was all. Did Sumanthiran, who asked for the Tamil translations, intervene? No. Did Sambandhan intervene? No. Did at least one MP who speaks about national reconciliation intervene? No. They just shut up and did their work. Do you want to see the Tamil translation of the 19th Amendment that was passed like this? This is a wonderful country. This Hansard report echoes the fact that Sampanthan, Sumantiran, Ranil Wickramasinghe and Mangala Samaravira do not care about the rights of the Tamil people.
The Court of Appeal postponed the hearing of the petition requesting a writ of quo warranto challenging the position of Mahinda Rajapaksa as Prime Minister and the Cabinet of Ministers to the 16th of January 2019.
When the petition was taken up for examination previously, the Court of Appeal issued an interim injunction preventing Mahinda Rajapaksa and his cabinet from functioning until the verdict is delivered. The petition filed by Ranil Wickramasinghe along with 122 parliamentarians was taken up before a three-judge bench today. The Court of Appeal decided to take up the petition again on the 16th, 17th and 18th of January 2019. Meanwhile, an appeal filed by Mahinda Rajapaksa and respondents seeking the appeal court interim injunction preventing Mahinda Rajapaksa from holding the post of Prime Minister and the Cabinet of Ministers to be made void will be taken up for consideration on Friday by the Supreme Court. The request was considered before a bench comprising of Justices Priyantha Jayawardena, Prasanna Jayawardena and LTB Dehidenia. The counsel representing Mahinda Rajapaksa requested court to consider the petition today. However, the counsel representing Ranil Wickramasinghe objected to this and stated that the respondents had not received notices.
Following are the views expressed by UMP parliamentarian Sujeeva Senasinghe at an event held in Malabay today.
I appreciate what Sajith Premadasa had done in the past 3.5 years. He's a well-disciplined person. He only got 1/6 of the housing project. He did not get the urban housing project or the northeast housing project. He started off with the remaining rural housing project and started constructing 5 housing complexes a day 3 years back. 5 housing complexes a day and 75 to 100 houses in one complex. He took the Housing and Construction Ministry and fulfilled its expectations. We have high hopes on Sajith Premadasa. The Rajapaksas are afraid that Sajith Premadasa would contest the elections in the future from the United National Party. So they try to prevent that from happening, but we won't let them.
Meanwhile, the committee appointed to probe the brawl which took place inside the parliamentary chambers convened this morning.
MPs Chamal Rajapaksa, Chandasiri Gajadira, Ranjit Madhum Bandara, Bimal Ratnayaka and Mave Senadiraja are the members of this committee. The initial discussions focused on how we can take action on this in the future after the video footage is reviewed. We will then take the reports filed by media institutions and compare them. Some members had continuously violated the code of conduct. This has been handed over to the CID. The CID is taking action on the damage caused to the property, the obstruction of duties and their behaviour in Parliament and the incidents where chili powder was thrown.
UPFA MP Kehelia Rambukwala spoke on our Newsline program this morning. Here's a look at what he had to say.
Why is the convening of Parliament illegal?
You see, when you reconvene a Parliament, or a prorogation or of a new session, there are accepted norms, practices and traditions by Parliament. And it is laid down also very clearly in the standing orders. Standing orders does not stand alone. It's a part of the Constitution which is blended into the standing orders. Now, if I may sort of bring out for you to read it and understand. This is the first day, that's the 14th. Right? What it says is the right thing. Right? Where the Parliament is convened, the Secretary General of the Parliament reads out the proclamation issued by His Excellency the President, or he himself could come, or he will read the proclamation, and then the leader of the House was appointed, and the office was given in the Parliament to the leader of the House. Now, in the Parliament, there were a couple of officers, speakers of his, deputy speakers of his, prime ministers of his, presidents of his, so much, as much as the leader of the House. Now, the leader of the House was named Dinesh Gunawardena. Now, Dinesh Gunawardena had his office, officially given by this Karo Jayasuriya, who's speaker. Right? So, he also was given the same seat on that day. So, the practice should have been for him to adjourn the Parliament and fix the next date.
That's the practice.
That's a practice.
I think he's partly correct, partly incorrect, because he looks at it purely from his point of view. It's subjective thinking, but it is not at all objective in his presentation. He looks at it entirely from the point of view of the joint opposition. That is, he condemns the speaker, he condemns the UNP action, but it all started with the SLP by Mahinda Rajapaksa assuming to be Prime Minister. You can't sit in glass houses and throw stones. Now that's not proper. Mahinda Group cannot go for the meeting, not for any other reason, because they don't have a majority. They will show that they don't have the 113 needed, and that will be the main reason I think they are making all these excuses.
Back on the news from here at home, the ceremony to present degree certificates to students of the Tri-Forces who have completed the diploma of the Defence Services Command and Staff College in Sapugaskanda was held under the patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena today. The event was held at the college auditorium.
The Defence Services Command and Staff College in Sapugaskanda is one of the main institutions that come under the purview of the Ministry of Defence. The college aims at developing professional skills of selected officers of the Tri-Forces and training them for positions in command in their respective fields and institutions. 136 trainee officer students of the Tri-Forces have successfully completed the diploma and obtained their certificates today. Awards to outstanding student cadets were presented by the President, while the best research books were also awarded. 14 foreign students representing India, Indonesia, United States, China, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Maldives, Rwanda and Fiji Islands were among those who successfully completed the diploma.
That you all will have
Well, the Newsfirst team has moved out of the newsroom, the conventional newsroom and the news studios down Braybrook Place, and have moved to the Echelon Square, where the Christmas festivities are definitely in the air, right, Shahid?
Yeah, like I said earlier on in the bulletin, if you just visit us at Echelon Square in Colombo, there's a massive Christmas tree. And right now, we have a visitor. We usually do not have visitors during the live bulletin. Oh, we have Santa Claus in the studio. Hello, Santa.
Hello, Santa. At least we have Santa as a guest and not somebody else in the studios today.
And he does not come empty-handed as usual.
We should have this after the news bulletin.
Hopefully. Right, so like I said, there's live music outside the studios, and there's the SFM and Legends studios. You can come and meet our radio personalities, visit the massive Christmas tree, bring your kids along and have an enjoyable time.
And with that, we go into another local story, and that is the Sri Lanka Police Relatives Collectives handed over a letter to the Presidential Secretariat today.
Members of the Sri Lanka Police Relatives Collective gathered at the Golface Green today and lit candles in memory of fallen police officers. The group later marched towards the Presidential Secretariat. The Sri Lanka Police Relatives Collective has drafted a letter. There are 4 factors included in it. One is that we do not receive the amended allowances for police officers. Secondly, we ask for a proper mechanism for promotions to be granted instead of the current system. Thirdly, we made a request for the welfare of the families of fallen police officers during the war and line of duty, and also police officers who have been disabled. Also, there is a situation at present where internal issues of the police force are being publicized on social media, and this damages the reputation of the police. We also request the President to take action against this as well. The group handed over this letter at the Presidential Secretariat. We told them about our issues and handed over the letter. They gave us the right answers. We are happy about that.
Welcome back. Testifying at today's Presidential Commission of Inquiry on irregularities at Sri Lankan Airlines, Sri Lankan Catering and Mihin Lanka was former Sri Lankan country manager of Sri Lankan, Rajiva Prakash Jayavira.
Commenting over the airline's decision to fly to Gan Island in the Maldives, the witness stated that the decision was taken in September 2012 and flying commenced just 6 weeks later without proper marketing or planning. It was revealed last month that the loss-making operations to Gan Islands cost Sri Lanka more than $2.1 million. Representatives of the Attorney General's department also questioned the witness over a contract agreement extended to the airlines by a Swiss tour operator named Hotel Planner. The 4-month agreement starting December 2011, agreed to accommodate 75% of every 150 seats with tourists flying to Colombo and Maldives. The foreign tour operator agreed to reimburse $830 per seat if the pre-agreed seat percentage was not utilized. While Zurich operations during the 4-month period cost Sri Lankan a further estimated loss of $3.4 million, the airlines did not receive a single payment from the tour operator.
A human skull was discovered at a cement factory in Paliagoda. Crime Watch has the details.
This is how the CCTV system at the cement factory had recorded a dog carrying the severed head around 11:30 last night. The severed head had been found by the Paliagoda police after residents had spotted the dog feeding on it near the cement factory situated in Dutugamunu Mawatha in Paliagoda. I saw a dog eating it around 11:30 last night. I did not see what it was. When I used the torch and inspected further, I saw something like a human tooth. According to our correspondent, police suspect that the head is a male's head. While the identity of the severed head has not yet been identified, the Paliagoda police are conducting further investigations.
Platinum Awards 2018.
I made a lot of sacrifices for the sport and I have now received good results. I was able to win the Commonwealth Games. My only objective is to bring victory to the country, but there's one more objective left, that is to win the Platinum Award.
Sports First, Allianz Platinum Awards 2018.
Is a wrap of this Wednesday's edition of Primetime News. I know it's the midweek, but there's plenty of crowd here at the Echelon Square where the Christmas festivities are in the air. Every day is a festive day in Sri Lanka during the month of December. So what better way to spend it than to come down to the Echelon Square, meet the Newsfirst team, meet the SFM and the Legends crew right here in the heart of Colombo. And that's it from all of us here. I'm Mahina Bongzo.
And I'm Shahan Jarampati. Good night and take care.